Today we're looking at Beyond the Sun, published by Rio Grande Games and designed by Dennis Chan. It's a space worker placement technology game that takes about 90 to 120 minutes to play. In this game, you're trying to get points through lots of different ways. You'll score points for having different technologies, different level technology worth different amounts of points, from your automation track and from systems and from some achievements. On your turn, you'll take your action pawn and place it on an available space. All these hex spaces are the available places you can place it. You can't place it on these cards out here yet until you've researched that technology. When you search the technology, you have this there to signify that that is now available for you to go to. If an opponent's pawn is blocking a spot, you can't go to there until they move. This spot can have an unlimited number of pawns. So you take your pawn and you place it somewhere. Maybe you'll do this one. That allows you to take a population cube from your supply and research a technology. Now you have access to that technology. If you chose to do this one, which lets you research level 2 technology, you have to pay the ore required, which is this resource right here. And then you would reveal this card and do the event. And then you would draw from the level 2 technology deck. You draw 2 cards, but they have to both have matching colors shown here. So this one has the yellow, so that's fine. This one doesn't have yellow, so it doesn't work. So you just draw again until you get 2 of them that have yellow there. Then you pick which one you want, and you add it there, and that's a new tech that you can use because you would have placed a population cube there as well, and you have access to that. And other people can go research it in the future. Once you do your worker placement action, you'll do your production phase. Your production is shown on your player board. You have 3 options. The first is population growth. You'll take supply cubes from these columns and convert them into population and put them right here. You'll do that depending on how many of these things are revealed. So if you've revealed both of these and put them on your automation track, you get to take one from column A and one from column B and convert them to people and put them there. Instead of doing that, if you want, you can do ore production, where you get ore and you can increase that to get more ore as well. Or less likely, you can do this resource trade to trade some resources. One important action you can do in this game is this one right here. It lets you take a population cube and convert it into a spaceship, and you put it over here on the sideboard. Whenever there's a jump keyword, it allows you to move your spaceships around. So if I had to jump 2, I can move 1 spaceship, 1, 2 spaces. Obviously, I can move less if I would like to. When you move, since now I have more there than anyone else, I get to take control of that. So I take one of these tokens from my player board and automate that so my ore production gets better, because it shows that. Sometimes it'll let you choose between population or ore production. And this one also gives an immediate benefit. As soon as you gain control of it, you get that. If red were to come in and they have 2 level 1 spaceships, they have more power. They would kick mine out and put theirs there. Also, your spaceships can be increased all the way up to level 4. This is the colonization amount. If you have enough spaceship there to exceed that number, meet or exceed that number, you can choose to colonize that planet. You take all of the opposing ships and kick them out into deep space. This gets returned to a supply cube. And then you take this card and you put it in front of you, and it'll be worth points at the end of the game. And you place a bonus disc on there to help increase your production. At the end of your turn, after you've done your main action and your production, you get to claim an achievement. You must claim 1 achievement if you're able. And this is the game end trigger as well. Once a certain number of achievements have been claimed, depending on your player count, the game will end. So these 2 are always in the game. This one right here is colonize 4 systems. Those are the systems that explain you can colonize. First person to do it gets 4 points. This one right here is research your first level 4 tech. So there's 3 level 4 techs over here. Once you research that, you can put it on. And then there are these 2 that come from the A and B decks, and they're different every game. Once a certain number of them have been achieved, the game ends. What I really like about Beyond the Sun is that the tech track is different every game, so that the way the worker placement spots will be different each game, and you have to build it yourself while you're playing, so you can customize the spots and choose the ones that benefit your strategy for that game. And I also really like how it's a public tech track, so that way if your opponent gets a new tech and you really like it and it's helping them a lot, you can also go research that tech, so it won't just benefit them.